Let's talk about lures. On the market, there is a million different kind of lures. Soft lures, hard lures, jerk baits, spinners, and all that type of stuff. I'm gonna give you a quick overview of the most used ones, starting out, let's say, with the wobbler. Wobbler is probably one of the most used for pike, perch, and so on. It's defined by having this plastic body. It can also be made in wood. Then it has this small spoon, and when you attach the line to this one and you start spinning, the water pressure is going to drive this spoon down a little bit, and it's going to be fluttering like this. So you can either do it with slow spinning retrieve, which is just going to make it do like that, or you can jerk it a little bit and it's going to jump out to the side. This is one really popular lure, which is used pretty much anywhere. The spinner. The spinner I really like to use because you can use it pretty much anywhere. When it hits the water and you start spinning, this small blade is gonna turn around, and when it's turning around, it sends out a little bit of a vibration. The fish really like this vibration, and this is one of the best ones you can use for, let's say, perch and stuff like that, or trout, or pretty much any species that's a predator. Let's move on to something like this. This looks a little bit like a wobbler, but as you see, it doesn't have a spoon, which means that you have to be creating the twitch and jerking, which is going to bring this one alive. That's also why this is called a jerk bait, meaning that you have to be able to really move your rod and keep in control with this lure, or else it's not going to create that movement. This is really good for pike, especially the size. Also for perch, sanders, stuff like that. The advantage of using something like this is that you can fish it really slow. Especially when it's getting colder, this is a great advantage of using this type of lure. Then we got the soft bait. And first thing you're gonna notice about this lure is that it has no hooks as it is right now. This is an advantage for the people who want to be a little bit more specialized. The first thing is that it's pretty soft. So when you drag it through the water, it's going to be very lively. It's going to look almost like a real fish, depending on the tail. You can get it in real tails, which looks like a real fin, and it's going to be moving like a fish like that. This one is a paddle tail, which means that when the water starts hitting it, it's going to do like that. Some like it this way, some like it the other way, but the main thing about soft lures is that you can adjust it very much. By choosing a soft lure, you have different options. You can either rig it with a corkscrew head, which is gonna just make it swim through the water like that. You can rig it with a ball bearing up here, so you can drag it down, or you can rig it with stingers here along the side. There is a ton of different options by choosing soft lures, so this is why this is becoming so popular in the market. The last thing that I'm gonna show you today is the hybrid. And this is a mix between a hard lure in the front and the soft lure in the back. And why does this actually make sense? It makes sense in the way that you have this hard body up here, which is very durable, and you have a very soft tail, which is going to look really lively in the water. And this is exceptionally good for pretty much any species that's a predator. I hope that this is going to help you to give you a quick overview of what's actually on the market. What you need to consider actually when you're going out and fishing is what type of fish species you're going after, which depth you're gonna fish in, how you're gonna fish the lures. You're gonna fish it slow, if you're gonna fish it fast, are you gonna fish it close to the bottom? Do you need extra hook options when you're fishing like that? So this is all things you need to consider when you're buying your lures.